continuation with the previous video on IBS, acidity, and GERD. So now we're talking about the art of combining foods, which is the real treatment of the three disorders that I've just mentioned. The art of combining food totally depends upon understanding the body physiology. I know these are big terms, but basically what it means is if you understand that your stomach is going to release hydrochloric acid when you put in protein, and that's what it digests, and the small intestine is where your digestive enzymes absorb and break down carbohydrates, then you would realize that different organs of the body digest and work on different foods. So it will be ideal for you not to combine these at a single meal, or at least keep your meals simple and not complicated by eating different kind of foods at the same time. For example, if you were to eat protein based meal, for example, you eat grilled chicken and you take some vegetables and a salad. Now this is an ideal meal because the main content of this meal is protein. And on the other hand, if you take a carbohydrate based meal, for example, vegetables and a salad and some rice, then this meal is carbohydrates based. So again, this meal is simple and would not cause acidity or aggravate IBS and GERD. But if you start combining proteins and carbohydrates, for example, you eat some chicken, a large portion of chicken or fish, and you eat a large portion of rice along with it, and on top of that you eat some vegetables, and you drink a glass of some fluid to pour it all down, then this combination is much more complicated for the body and it would not be able to digest it so fast. So, and the longer this combination would sit in the stomach, the more acidity would be produced, and it would cause heartburn and reflux of in the esophagus, and also cause constipation and IBS. So another thing that you can do, even if you are the kind of person whose traditional meals have been protein and carbohydrates in the same meal, then the ideal thing would be to don't at least mix several types of proteins in the same meal. For example, a lot of people eat rice and rotis at the same meal along with chicken and fish or paneer at the same time. Now there are three different types of proteins. Paneer is different, fish is different, chicken is different. Or somebody might even eat dal, and that is pulses and then lentils. So these are different kind of proteins, and each one requires a different time to get broken down in the stomach, and they are also from different sources. Two of the proteins are from the plant kingdom and two of them from the animal kingdom. And now you have mixed two carbohydrates as well, which is the two cereals of rice and wheat. So if you make your combinations simple, for example, eat only a single carbohydrate and a single protein at the same time, or separate the two altogether and eat them at different meal times. For example, make your lunch protein based and make your dinner carbohydrate based. So that would cure your acidity and the other disorders very rapidly. The second thing that I would like to mention here is that try and not combine sweet and savory at the same meal. A lot of people eat a full meal, and it could be any one of those, even the simple mixed up meal that I've just talked about, with protein based or carbohydrate based, and then they would eat 2 or 3 sweets on top of that, or maybe an ice cream on top of that. That would cause a lot of acidity because sugar is acidic, and when it gets digested it leaves an acidic ash. So that would again aggravate the problem a lot and would worsen hyperacidity in the person. Now the third thing in food combining is avoid mixing cooked and raw food at the same meals. Now I know a lot of people eat a large portion of salad along with eating a cooked meal, but the ideal way to combine it is eat the salad before. That prepares the stomach to digest the food, stimulates the gastric juices to be released, it cleanses the entire intestinal tract, and prepares the body to receive the cooked meal. Try not to eat the cooked meal and on top of that eat a salad. So that would also not be good for the acidic person. One of the most critical aspects about food combining is try and avoid eating fruit after a meal. Fruit is a boon to the human body. It is pre-digested sugars, especially simple carbohydrates. They are ready to release their nutrients instantly the moment they get into the stomach. So if you eat a heavy meal, or you have eaten a full meal, and on top of that you cut up mangoes and you eat them, or you cut up a melon or a watermelon or a honeydew or a cantaloupe, or even an apple, that really upsets the entire food combined in your stomach and would cause and aggravate acidity, IBS, and GERD. So these are the three basic principles of food combining that you should keep in mind to correct these disorders. Now, in my next video, I'll be talking about how to correct the acidity further, what specific steps you can take apart from proper food combining to correct these problems and not have to take antacids or any medication for IBS. Thank you for watching. God bless.